And well, this is a rare video.
I told you that sucker was going to go.
That's coming here, isn't it?
What, the cloud?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
What do we do? Jump inside?
No. No. The World Trade Center didn't make it this far.
What are people down there?
No, there's nobody down there either. They cleared the street. See, that's why they didn't try to put that fire out.
This is the dust clouds, and NIST wanted to believe that this actually was contained within the building before the perimeter column should go down. The perimeter column should resist the collapse of the interior, and then afterwards, somehow, it should come down in free-fall speed. Well, you may think what you think, and I think what I think. Now, if this maybe, yeah, it works. Actually, what I hope to show here is side by side, this is a NIST simulation, and in a little while, we'll see what happens in real life, what happens in real life. And I think we have a problem.
Not the same.
Running like that. And still, this is imagination and this is real time.
What's on the left hand?
It is in real time. So this is, they imagine that the whole interior should collapse before you see the outer building run down. We have seen enough. I close with what I think is a real funny fire. You know, the Chinese, they love fireworks. They actually invented gunpowder 1100 years ago. And this is the headquarters of the National Chinese Television. This is a fantastic building. This is an ordinary highlight here. But besides, they were doing last year actually a new building called the Mandarin Hotel, because the upper 20 floors of this building was reserved for a hotel. It was still there, 150 meters high and 40 stories, so it's 36 meters less than Building 7. And they were celebrating New Year's Eve, the 9th of September. They had some fireworks on the roof, but something went wrong. So this is what happened to the Mandarin Hotel. And of course it was an Asian celebration. The Chinese government did not like this video. It was taken off the web very fast. You'll see the remaining fireworks from the roof.
That's really funny.
And I hope
Happy
you
New Year.
agree with me that actually there's a fire here. Hooray is in Chinese. This was New Year's Eve 2009 in Beijing. And now we can have a little, what do you say, inquiry, quest. One of these pictures is from the day before, and the other picture is from the day after. Now, should we have a vote? No. And most people recognize this is the day after it, and this is correct. It's a little blackness, and actually it's not, probably not much left of coffee machines and cartons, whatever was inside. But the building is still there, and it is still there, and they're recovering it, and they're going to use it. I've seen a picture of it quite recently.
How long did the fire last?
Pardon?
How long did the fire last?
I don't know. Overnight.
Yeah, okay.
And this is a picture, so just for comparison, you know, to twisting the knife in the wound. This is the Mandarin Hotel. This is Building 7. You have a question, please?
What would you say to somebody who says you only see this from one side? The other side of the building is a blazing inferno.
Of Building 7?
Yeah.
No. There was no blazing inferno on the south side. I can show you a picture where there's actually no fires to see on the south side. And according to NIST, we are holding our own hypotheses up to the official explanation. And according to NIST, the picture I showed you before is the only evidence on the fire of the south side. This is the official explanation. This is my answer. It could be more elaborate, but we should.
Are they both steel frame buildings, or is one a reinforced concrete building?
Well, maybe somebody else in the audience can answer this better than I can, because they're structural engineers here. But it is as I understand, you can build concrete structures up to the 35th, 36th floor. We don't have high-steel frame high-rises in Denmark. We don't build this high. But as I understand, you can use concrete up to about 35, 36 floors, and then you have to change to steel, otherwise the building becomes too heavy. So this is 150 meters, and the Mandarin Hotel. So I would expect this to be a steel frame high-rise, also from the curvature and the structural approach of the building.
Plans would tell.
Pardon?
Plans would tell you without any doubt.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Not a probability, it
Yeah.
must be.
I don't know, but I just conclude that since it's beyond the 35 stories, I suppose it's a steel frame high-rise. Yes, please?
So, can you compare, because maybe one is a different taste, so compare with these things,
Yeah, you mean that you cannot compare high-rises because they're all different? Well, just, if I understand you correctly, you're saying that you cannot compare different high-rises because they're all... Pardon? Yeah. Am I understanding correctly that... Am I understanding you correctly that you're saying you cannot compare different high-rises because they are all different? Is that what you mean? You can never... That is true. Of course. That's true. I mean, but if you take it as a event, a steel frame high-rise has never collapsed due to fire. There's been more than 400 high-rises. And I can also show you experiments actually performed, I've taken them out, by British Steel on the Carlton test site in 1993 to 2001. They actually built an 8-story steel construction and subjected it to fire 7 times under completely controlled conditions. And in the worst case scenario, they had gas temperatures of 1200 degrees and temperatures measured in the steel of 1100 degrees, where it's like spaghetti. It's lost all of its strength. And still, the structure remained there. But I mean, if you... of course, it's correct that all buildings are different. But still, the event as such, a steel frame high-rise has never collapsed due to fire. Yes, please.
Up until 1972, it was acceptable in New York City to have your columns and beams protected with asbestos.
Yeah.
After 1972, vermiculite was the product of choice. Columns being protected up to 4 hours, beams 2 hours.
Yeah, but I actually, quite naively, I don't understand why you have fire protection in steel beams, because they don't collapse no matter if they're protected or not. So, and as I just reported, the British Steel Carlton test, these were unprotected steel beams with temperatures of 1100 degrees, and still they did not collapse. I understand that you can delay the heating process if you have insulation, but apparently steel frame high-rises just don't collapse due to fire, and neither do they collapse due to earthquake or anything. Steel frame high-rises just don't collapse.
How did the towers collapse?
How did the towers collapse? Yes.